Today's episode of Man, It's Cold, I Can See Your Nipples. Idiot, those are jelly beans. It's definitely cold here.
Yeah.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you. Music Lovers Only.
For Music Lovers Only. It's Saturday. Got Coach with us again. How you doing today, Coach?
What's up, my man? Doing good. Just been a lazy, cold Saturday. Did some stuff, but still just not a good day to do stuff.
Yeah. I do want to say I appreciate you coming on, man. I mean, like I said, we've got a history, so it's fun, you know. I mean, we could tell some skeletons, and if we had scruples, we might embarrass each other. But I think we'd both be like, "Yeah, I did that dumb shit."
Yeah, you couldn't hurt me. I'll admit to most of what I've done. Some is still admissible in a court of law, and that I will not.
Yes, exactly. I'm sure there's a what's it called? Statute of limitations on
most of it. You're correct.
Yeah. Like the time we rolled your car out and headed to McDonald's at the time, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
And instead of catching a ride, we were ducking in ditches and hiding from motherfuckers because we thought we were gonna get in trouble.
Oh, we were hammered. Well, I was hammered. I don't remember.
No, we weren't. We were completely sober. It was washboards, and there was a deer. Remember?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if there's statute of limitations on that one, but I remember. Yes, we shouldn't have been driving on those washboards.
I mean, there was no one was hurt.
Yeah,
I remember us diving out. It's gonna blow, and we took off diving, and it didn't blow up.
And then walked all the way back to go light a cigarette with the car lighter because we didn't have a lighter.
Yeah.
We were dummies.
Yeah, you drove that thing for a little while longer at least.
Sold it, and somebody else drove it for like another 4 or 5 years. Man.
Did you disclose to them that it had been in a high speed?
Well, you didn't have to disclose. You could see it. It was rippled all over the top. It had clearly had the top lifted back up and welded, and a new windshield put in that wasn't the right one that we made fit. And
that was fun, the good old days. But anyways, we're going to talk about Snoop Dogg, and that's kind of got me reminiscent because all of my real Snoop Dogg was, doggy style. That was really it. I mean, I kind of grew out of gangster rap, so I mean, I dog style, and then
dude, you never grow out of gangster rap. You just choose to get out of it. No.
Well, I still listen to what I listened to then, but I'm not searching for new gangster rap. I don't know.
I got you. I understand. I was just messing with you.
Yeah, I know. Blood in, blood out. That right. But yeah, it was a fun. Like I said, Snoop's everywhere. His birthday was just last Saturday, I think, the 20th.
I think so. Yeah, because 10/20, because 4/20s is half birthday or whatever.
Birthday with Jimmy Kimmel. Like I said, I sent you a bunch of interviews and was and like I said, I'm really liking that just to get a better feel.
Yeah, that was fun. It was cool. It was a bunch of stuff I hadn't seen before, so it was fun to watch a bunch of that stuff. Like I said, that I wouldn't, probably see otherwise or had never seen. I've seen him on a bunch of different shows, obviously, because the dude's everywhere.
And like you said, it's kind of funny to see him just, blatantly smoking everywhere. It's kind of his thing.
Yeah, especially now or anywhere it's legal, man. He just, and, hosts all over, it's like you've never seen Kimmel talk about it like that, or never. I don't know about Arsenio. I don't know what his deal is, but, just it was different.
We need to get him on the show. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, that would be cool, man.
In person, right here. So
there we go. I'd start with whatever Kimmel, Guillermo or whatever the security uncle or cousin Guillermo or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd start with him.
Get him on the show and have him talk about smoking with Snoop.
That'd be straight.
Well, all right. You want to get into your top 5?
Yeah, we could do that. There was a ton, man, and it was again one of those things where I think there's some songs that I won't say that could have clearly been the top 5 that were maybe his most famous 5, and not that none of mine are his most famous, but they're not maybe the most famous 5, I guess would be the best way to say it. But my number 5 is a 2-minute warning, which is off of a 2009 album, Malice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard a lot from that one. I know I'd heard a couple songs because I still like through Spotify and some of my workout or running music is more whatever, but they obviously know I like gangster rap. So I'll hear some new stuff I'd never heard before, but there was quite a few songs once I heard that song that I went and listened to on that album that were good, that were honorable.
He's got a slew of albums. I did not realize how many.
Oh man. And obviously I knew he's probably almost just as famous for how many songs for other people he was on or other albums he was on. He was, he was the featured artist. I mean, like the original guy that he was everywhere.
Yeah.
So my number 4 was 2001, which is from the Dogfather, which was in like 1996.
Yeah.
And
still with Death Row, which he owns now. I didn't realize he owned Death Row now.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I didn't know that either, actually. He owns he's like him, Shaq, and a couple other guys. Peyton Manning owned like everything,
the whole world.
Yeah, and they're everywhere.
Snoop world.
And it's crazy to see but even, when he first came in, he had that and then obviously for a while with the Suge Knight thing, he had that thug image or whatever. But really, he was always that like old school gangster, talking about liking to dress fancy and all that crap. So my number 3 was from Doggy Style 93, Lottie Dottie.
Oh yeah,
which is obviously one of his most famous songs, but that's one of the ones that probably, besides the Chronic album, got me, really on, that was the song of our time or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a great album. Like I said, most of just him is that album.
Okay.
And like I said, I could listen to that album, front to back. Like I said, I've done a couple paintings of Snoop. I did a painting of Snoop and Willie smoking, and then my Blue Snoop.
Yeah, I seen that one. That was bad. If I haven't seen the Willie one.
Yeah, like I said, I'll have to find a finished picture of it. I know I got one somewhere.
Cool. I'd love to see it. My number 2 was one, man, I just found the other day, and I almost sent it to you, but then it'd be on your list maybe. Yeah. But I want you to listen to if you haven't, and it's not really his song. It's a remake that he also does like a weird cover. I don't know how to say it, but Riders on the Storm.
Yep. I had it as my honorable mention because I figured I listened to it, and at first it was kind of like weird, but it's like kind of paying homage,
Yeah, I don't know. I actually kind of really freaking liked it, man. And just like that one I sent you with him with Willie, which I don't know if that was on your list, but Superman, which was my honorable mention.
Yeah.
Was just awesome. And it wasn't, he didn't rap one time. I kept expecting him to rap in that, and he didn't rap at all.
Well, he did another one with Willie, My Medicine. I don't know if it's on your list, but
yeah, it's not on my list, but I've seen it.
Yeah, and it's kind of a campy one. It's got Everlast playing guitar, and then he has like a reggae album. He went Snoop Lion.
Oh yeah,
Snoop Lion for album.
How fun would it be to hang out with that?
Yeah.
The 3 or 4 or 5 of them all touring or doing what they were doing. I'm sure it was a good time.
Oh, definitely.
My number 1 was Lay Low from 2001, Last Meal, which was, I think I just bumped hard as heck when that album came out, or it was a CD for me back then, but you know what I mean? Yeah. But that was probably my number 1. I mean, like I said, there's 5 others I could name right now are his 5 more favorites, but those were the ones that, And
he's got a lot, like I said, a diversity. It's,
he's on something with everybody.
Yeah, that's how you made it nowadays. If you get Snoop on a feature.
Oh man, he's freaking he made it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll do my list, and then we'll kind of talk about some of that stuff we seen in the interview and stuff, and we'll go over that a little bit. And my number 5 was off of the the game. What do we call it? That was his first album with Master P. The game is to be sold, not to be told. And you look at that. As me as an artist, I look at a visual artist. I look at that album cover, and Master P kind of set the stage for rap album covers.
He was freaking man. I used to love all of his No Limit Soldier albums or covers, man. All of them were awesome, man.
Yeah, and now I can buy a template. I got a company that, I can buy a template that replicates those kind of albums. I mean, I can do it by hand. That's how I am. I'm not gonna buy it, but I'm like, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
But it was $20 to my name because I've been there with Silk the Shocker and Soldier Slim, which he was with. I always liked Birdman and all them too.
Oh yeah, man. Silk the Shocker, man. I had his, dude. Their stuff hit so hard, man. I used to bump their crap.
Yeah.
White boy driving around White Town bumping.
Yeah. Manny Fresh. That's some that I really liked. But I like a good beat. So the beat really grabbed me on that one because it was Master P style. Coming from he'd been with Dre and having Dre beats. It was nice and fresh to get that. Not that Dre beats is bad, but it was just a good change. And then my number 4 was off of the 2006 The Blue Carpet Treatment. Was Vato with Be Real, just because I love Be Real. I love Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill is great.
Coming Out Your Trunk. Oh yeah, man. I listened to that one today too, man. I have it written down and scribbled through right there.
Yeah.
And then I had 2 off of that one written down. So
and then let's see, my number 3 was a new one, 2003 single, or 2023. Yeah, we went back 20 years. Holy shit. But 2023 single with BB Rhea. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm white. I'm sorry. I just don't.
Okay.
It's REXHA.
Okay.
She's beautiful. Got a beauty. She's done a lot of stuff, but it's satellite. And it's got a good beat, and then Snoop rapping a little bit, and it's all about I'm higher than a satellite.
Hell yeah.
Then my number 2 was a feature, Young, Wild, and Free, with Wiz Khalifa, Bruno Mars, and that song. I mean,
great song.
Listen to that song, and I mean that just immediately makes you smile, makes you happy, makes you in a good mood. Anyhow.
Wild and free.
If it doesn't, there's probably something wrong with you. You're probably seriously depressed.
Yep.
And go seek treatment.
Yeah, quit being a hater, man.
Quit being a hater. Then my number 1, I mean, the most iconic song in my opinion, and the greatest song, and kind of been his motivation, because who am I? What's my motherfucking name? Doggy Dog. And like I said, you can't go anywhere without seeing him hanging with Martha Stewart. Got cereal. Got clothing line. His is
that the
Talking to God products? Is what we'll
he's everywhere, man.
Products. But
he's on everything. And everybody loves him. I mean, he's universally loved. There are people I'm sure that don't like him, but not.
And again, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, he don't get in trouble. He don't, he did back in the day. He was in for some, had charges. He was obviously was in a murder trial for a while, but
he beat that, and
yep.
All's good. Look at him now. Look at him now.
On the other end, crawled through a mile of shit and came through.
Yeah, squeaky clean. Yeah, it was one of the things that, like I said, I think we talked about it, the interview with Tupac and him. I think it was 2 of America's Most Wanted. And that was kind of after the falling out with
Gangster's Party, I thought. Yeah, and that's what
no, it was not. I don't think it was. It was still he was with Death Row, so it was probably in between Doggy Style because I think it was '96 is when that album was. Or no, it was even earlier. It was '92 because his first album was '93, I think.
Yeah,
Doggy
I knew
Style.
in that interview it was like right when he got out of jail, so I don't remember whenever that would be.
Yeah, and I mean he just there was a mutual respect, but I think he kind of knew. I mean, especially with that interview and for that song, it was Tupac's show. And I mean, at that point, Tupac was, pretty much got what he wanted just because, I mean, everybody just gave him respected him. Suge was like, I just let Pac do whatever Pac's gonna do.
Yeah, he
knows what he wants, and I just pay the bill, basically. What's up, Joshua Ricks? Thanks for tuning in.
What's your favorite Snoop Dogg song?
Yeah, Joshua Ricks, what's your favorite YouTube song? Put you on the spot.
Snoop Dogg song.
What'd I say?
YouTube. Well, maybe you said Snoop Dogg. I don't know.
It's been a long day.
All right. Well,
been talking to Jesus a lot. Last night we had Rise of the Huntress, little Halloween party, and Old Town was having a Halloween crawl. I mean, it was stupid.
A lot of people there.
I feel so old because I just shaking my fist at all these young drunk people, and I didn't drink because I wasn't about ready to, go out like that. So, but I'd sold a print, and so I ran out to the car to grab it. And as I'm walking out, I can't see the car, but I hear this whoosh, this crash. 2 steps forward, I see that a gal, probably about 2 stalls past my car, had, I don't know how, went over the curb and all that and crashed into the building. I'm like, oh my God.
Holy shit.
And it was right where I was talking to God, and I was like, that was my spot. And I'm like, oh, you fucking bitch. I mean, she was all right. She was immediately on the phone, so she wasn't.
Why are you mad at her? Don't get mad because she's dumb. No.
Yeah. And so, but I knew, and sure enough, the cops were there blocking. I mean, I couldn't even back the car out when it was time to leave. So I stayed about an hour longer than I had to. And it was, like I said, I don't know. I'm old. We had fun. It was a good time. And huge shout out to Star and April. They did a good job. Great bands, Great Moon Hoax, and Time and Space. Time and Space was definitely my favorite. And I got them coming on the first podcast back with Art Assault. So
okay, hell yeah, man.
First Sunday after Halloween.
Cool.
But, really good vibe. I loved it.
Yeah, man. I freaking Gin and Juice. Hell yeah. That was one of those top 5 ones that I was talking about. Obviously, is an easy one, but that's the one that just every time that song comes on, you start getting down. So, I went out with my daughter for her birthday last night.
Nice.
And then we came home and she made me watch the newer or whatever it is, Power Rangers movie with her.
Wow.
And she's 22.
Yeah.
She was a Power Rangers fan, so we watched that. That wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was nostalgic, because I used to have to watch that stuff with her. So it was fun.
I watched the new Transformers. I think it's new, the Rise of the Beast or whatever.
Okay.
Which I don't know how old it is, how old new it is either, but
I don't know if I've seen it.
I didn't know, I mean, with LaBouffe being out of it and no real big names in it other than I think Cena was in it.
Okay. There we go. Yeah, that I remember. Okay, I have seen that one.
Yeah, and then it's got like the Beast in it. And I mean, I'm not a diehard, but I liked how it was the characters that we knew when we were growing up, the Optimus Prime with the flat semi, and Bumblebee was what, a Camaro Trans Am or something like that.
Yep.
So yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Watched Lost Boys last night. Got to get some vampires in there.
Yeah, I don't really have. You'd posted something, or somebody had it, or what's like maybe it was somebody else that what's the movie you have to watch or whatever around Halloween, and I don't know that I really have one. I mean, my daughter wanted to watch. I can't remember what it is. Something last night. And I'm like, I don't have I just don't really, and this was one she had watched a bunch of times, which also takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
If it's a haunted movie or a scary movie somebody's seen a bunch of times, they're going to ruin it for you, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
they're gonna be watching you, and you're gonna be scared.
Yeah, here comes something. Watch out, or like, no, I'm not going to do that. Maybe I'll watch it, and then we can watch it together sometime if I like it. Yeah, we had a pretty cool week this week, man. We had a pretty cool guest on, so that was cool.
Yeah, Gus Glasser, right?
Yeah, so that was cool as hell, man. And so that like I'd been listening to music, and then I went right from that show into listening to Snoop, which brought back memories, and then it kind of leads you to a bunch of other stuff, and then you were sending me all those interviews and all the the stuff you just think about how long of your life that guy's been part of it, and even I remember I've probably seen every movie that he was in too, I mean, Dumb or Not, he was in that car wash movie, and a couple of, and it's like, man, I was looking at some of the movies he was in, and I was just like, holy crap,
What was that one with McConaughey? Beach Bum? Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one. I think I started watching it, and something struck me, but I'm like, I need to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, and he's in the god dang it, the Starsky and Hutch, and Baby Boy. He's actually got a pretty crazy character in Baby Boy, and The Wash was the one where he's in the car wash one.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, he was in a bunch of things.
Something with an airplane, Soul Plane, wasn't he in that one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he plays the voice in a couple different movies, and he's Soul Plane, and so he's definitely capitalized, especially probably out of all those guys.
Got some beard love going on. Both of us got beards, so we'll both take the compliment. Thank you.
I think you're probably talking about Josh's, but I understand. Either way,
yours is getting back to the length again. You had to shave to get a job.
Yeah, it's coming back in. I got a bad haircut this last time, but it's growing back too. So I meant to wear a hat, but I didn't bring one out. So whatever.
Well, kind of back to the Halloween. Like I said, I posted something about asking Halloween or Thanksgiving, which is your fall one, that you look forward to, your fall holiday you like. So which is yours?
I don't know. Probably when the kids were young, it would have been Halloween, because we did a bunch of stuff for that, and I did enjoy taking them out, and how much fun they had just going to get free candy, just the joy of that. And I think even my daughter got to extend it a little bit because my son was younger, and she'd go with us up until he was done, and then it was just done at probably when he was 12 or 11. I don't remember, but it's been a while. So I'd probably say Thanksgiving, just because I do get to see a couple people that I don't ever get to see, and plus the food. I'd rather
get the kids all back together under one roof. Probably a rarity. Like I said, with Joe being young, and I don't have older kids, so it's still Halloween for me. But
okay.
And then, like I said, Dad being gone, and like I said, no real big family get together. I mean, me and Tretta and Mom get together, but it's
all the time. Yeah. But you already do that all the time. Yeah. I get it, man. And we don't do, I guess with Amy's family, we do a little bit, but I think just even friends coming around and stuff. And my wife never really has been the party type or whatever, or the go out type. So she's never, other than maybe for a couple work things since I've been an adult. And then if we did, like my daughter would do a sleepover with her friends, sometimes I'd dress up, just for the fun, especially if it was for like the girls I coached or whatever, we're having a sleepover at Halloween. I might dress up in something, or, so. Yeah.
Joshua Riggs, that's a good Thanksgiving movie right there. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, that's definitely a great one. I don't know. Did he do a song? Did Snoop Dogg do a song by that? Call that too? No.
I mean, he may have. Who
knows, man? He was on so many things. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think he's what. I was watching an interview right before. I didn't send it to you, I don't think. He was looks like he's got a podcast, and was interviewing Kathy Bates, which is, she was always been one of my favorites. And then one of what Disjointed? Did you ever get into Disjointed? One where she ran a dispensary.
Yes, that was one of my. Oh man, I love that show, dude.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't have canceled that. That was only like 2 seasons, man. I wish they would have kept going. I love that show.
The two what was the two smokers
on there? And
but the two smokers, the Gabby.
Gabby and we're gonna go without. Yeah, they were really. That was a great show, man.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I watched that whole season the first time I had COVID. So that's how recent I watched it back in 2020 or whatever, 2019, 2020, somewhere in there. Yeah. I remember I found that flipping through. I'm like, there we go. That'll give me something to watch. And I kept looking and I'm like, nope, they canceled it. I'm like, man, they need to bring that back.
Yeah, it was real good. I like the character, and I mean she's amazing in anything she does, but
and just everybody. It was a fun love story mixed in with, dumb stuff.
Sitcom, and you gotta have it all.
Oh yeah, the weirdo karate guy down the road, down next door in the strip mall, and
yeah, that guy was hilarious. I seen
dude,
what was it? A Jennifer Lawrence movie just recently. I don't know how old it was. It was fairly new, and it was kind of campy love story, but I was like, holy, it's
not the one where she gets paid to be the kid.
Yeah. What's the name of that one?
I can't remember, but I just watched it recently too.
Yeah, I was not expecting when she came out of the beach and whooped their ass naked. I was like, holy moly. And I
ain't bad.
I was like, wow, I got a little hot here. I was not expecting that, but it was a good movie.
Heck yeah.
It did not need that scene, but I'm not mad that it was there.
Yeah, it was a good movie, man.
And I'm pretty sure it was AI or CG'd.
What's that?
I'm pretty sure it was CG'd or AI'd, but
you think so?
I don't know.
Why?
I didn't see her. I didn't picture her doing that. She was kind of like a sweetheart. She was, she might punch you, but I didn't see her going full frontal. I mean, that kind of.
I've watched her in a bunch of interviews and stuff, and I think she's just kind of that whatever chick. So I could see her maybe doing it, man.
Yeah. I don't know. It was.
I'll have to do some research before next show and find out if she really.
Find out if it was real. Yeah, I will definitely watch it about 50 more times.
Yeah, just to do. Yeah, you'll do your research, and I'll do mine.
Zoom.
Pause.
Yeah.
Slow motion. No. Never. We're not that weird.
No.
We are. Never mind. We will.
Yep. Well, I don't know. What do we got? We'll think of something for next week. I had something kind of percolating in the back of my head, but I kind of spaced it off with everything that was going on. But we'll come up with it and do something crazy. And
yeah, I was thinking, and of course, I don't know where you are on it, and I don't know where people would be on it because it's old school, and but maybe some ZZ Top down the line.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. And if you don't like them, I get it,
what's ZZ Top? I mean, I don't like all the beard references with ZZ Top, but it's like, okay, yeah, we get it. They had long beards, but are you trying to be like ZZ Top?
Oh, my dad looked
like Duck Dynasty.
I always thought it was cool with my dad. I didn't mind, man. He looked like it, and people be like, your dad looks like the ZZ Top guy. I'm like, yeah, kinda,
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. I wish he had ZZ Top money or cars,
Joshua Rick says we got to do our research and development. Definitely. That was just kind of a side note for today, but we'll delve deeper into it next week. But I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, give us some research what you want us to, or give us some suggestions of what you want us to do. We'll always take some suggestions and run with them and do some stuff. I mean, you're always listening, man. We'd like to do something you want to listen to. Yeah, give us a suggestion there, Joshua Ricks. We'll do our top 5 of whatever you say in the next 30 seconds by the time I get over to click the button. How about that? But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming on. We should be back next week in some capacity. I don't know if I know the lights are going to be picking up, so we may pre-record. We'll keep it. Or post-record 7 o'clock or, but we'll see. Like I said, with weather like this, we'll be here this time doing it. So, okay. And I'm trying to get us done. I don't know if you want, but maybe some more guests here and there to.
Yeah, like I said, I would like
It'd be
to,
fun.
maybe some bands, and get some, bands or
Yeah, I've got this band
musicians,
10
just
for 10.
because
I got this band 10 for 10 out of Wyoming that would love to come on, and they'd be fun for it. And I don't know what all we'd have to do, but they're a rock, alternative rock, heavy metal type. They do listen to all that crap. So
yeah, we'll let them pick the topic. How about that?
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Cool.
Yeah,
I'll get it arranged and see when we can do it. Oh, I don't know if it'll be next week, but we'll see when we can do it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome.
Cool.
All right. Thank you again. Bye.